we are not talking about, a short-term association, right? We're talking about a long-term association. It's more of a marriage that's happening. So it was probably like a month and a half of discussions and, back and forth and so on. Finally, we thought, it's a great proposition for both of us, and we're really happy that this happened. And of course, Tejas being a big fan of chess, and he's also a very decent chess player that I can sort of tell people, even though maybe he's not professionally trained, he is a seriously good raw chess player. So when we were just exiting the office, they have a huge chessboard right in the middle of the office space. So we ended up playing a couple of games and then we shook hands, and yeah, that's how that happened.
But tell us who won those 2 games.
Yeah. I mean, it's a series of. I have played chess earlier. I'm a former international chess player myself. So I mean, even though he's not professionally trained, he gave a really good fight. In fact, the first game got over slightly earlier, but he said, "Let's play one more." Probably he was not taking me seriously until then. In the second game, he played really good, and it even went till the end game, and we played more than 40 moves, and it was a good game. Yeah.
I think you have a 3-year deal in place here. I think plenty of time for Tejas to find a way to beat you eventually.
Yeah, finally a real motivation to learn professionally, I hope. But yeah.
I'm going to come to you, Tejas. We've seen this chess boom in India over the last couple of years, especially after Gokesh's win. That was historic. But how does corporate sort of view this rise in Indian chess, especially when you invest in this sport in the long run?
I don't know. We are investing in chess because we love playing chess at the office. Me having been an enthusiast, never really got an opportunity to pursue it professionally. And so we do it like enthusiasts in the office. We just recently finished an office tournament, and we really enjoy the game. So this is more for the love of the sport than for anything else. But we're super thrilled to know that the likes of Mahindra and others have participated in a big way, and it gives us a sense of motivation and a sense of pride that now we have an Indian champion, and going forward, I'm sure that the rising trajectory for Indian professional chess players will continue. I'm super excited about that.
Love to hear that. And Lucky, I would love to know, and I think all of us here would love to know, how does Fires plan to integrate chess into their marketing strategies?
Yeah, I think interesting question, and I think while we all love chess at office, I think we are doing it also because of that, and also I feel it's a very natural fit. I think the way we look at this is pretty simple. We are looking at chess as not just a marketing asset, it's actually a mindset asset, right? In fact, there's a massive overlap between trading is what we do, right, and chess, right? So I call it the mental athlete ecosystem, right? So I think if you look at Fires' marketing strategy, I think this fits right in. I'll tell you how. So it's based on 3 pillars. I would add a 4th one also. The 3 pillars are community. Both have a great community. We have a very thriving community of traders and investors, so does chess and American Gambits. I think there will be a lot of overlap on that. There will be a lot of work on events, right? We are thinking of a lot of events around offline, online, live plays, etc., etc. Content IPs, because we want to build a lot of content IPs which can overlap between, let's say, risk assessment, strategy, thinking. I think we can do a lot. Just on the idea of discipline and risk evaluation, risk management, we want to do a lot of content. And I think American Gambits players can help us drive a lot of that for our community. And of course, our community will benefit a lot from the interaction of the 2 fans, right? So community events. The third, I think, is driving culture, right? I think let's not forget this is a shared culture, right? Both trading and chess thrive on the same things, right? And I think we want to just build a platform. And for me specifically, I think this is not a logo on a team. I think it's building a strategy platform, right? The last one is interesting. We will try and pull it off. Is if we can take some parts of chess and build it into a product. In the long term, yes, not anytime soon. But I feel community, events, brand, and then of course a little bit of product integrations fit right into the strategy. So I think it's a very natural extension of what Fires already does. I think with American Gambits we'll just kind of amplify it, and I think both the sides, both the fans will see a lot of value add.
If I could just add to that, like Lucky very clearly articulated that there is a spillover between both chess and trading. I couldn't agree more, because a good chess player is likely to be a good trader, because the understanding of how to manage different situations with limited resources to arrive at the best outcomes, best sacrifices, best trade-offs, this is something that a trader needs to think about on a daily basis. And so chess kind of attunes you for that, to think like that, to size up opportunities and risks simultaneously, to make positional progress at all times. So we see that the marriage between two worlds, and having been a trader and a chess player myself, a raw chess player like he said, we see that this is like a long-term alignment, and the way we see it, I hope that it works out.